Okay, we're almost done. Let's look at the last two categories here, starting with file handling. This first topic here, document recovery data, you don't even have to know where this is saving. You don't really have to understand how it's working, but you should understand what it's doing for you. Right here, this is buried down in the bottom of your hard drive. It's a temporary cache location. What InDesign does, without you even being aware of it, is it's always saving a backup of your file. That means there's a 60-second window in which, even if you crash the application, the power goes out, any disaster happens, InDesign is always saving up to a 60-second window all your work, even if you've never saved the file. So the next time that you launch InDesign, InDesign will remember what files you had open, where you were at. It will give you the opportunity to try to recover that data, and it normally works very, very well. It would be great if software never crashed, but you know what? It's not a perfect world. InDesign's there to cover you for it. Now, the next option here is also really nice, saving InDesign files. By default, it's set to save a preview image with the document. The thing that I would change is here, the preview size. We have several options. I always set mine to extra large. Why? Because I'm addicted to Adobe Bridge. I really use Bridge to navigate and manage all of my files and photos and layouts. And using Bridge's thumbnail view and the slideshow view, I like to have full screen thumbnails of all of my layouts. So I set this to extra large, 1024 by 1024. It adds a very negligible amount of file size with a JPEG preview, and you'll always get better results when viewing in Bridge. The other issue here that we want to point out in the file handling category is how we import snippets. We'll look at snippets later, but by default, in previous versions of InDesign, snippets always bounced back to their original location. And if you'd like to have that behavior, you can choose that behavior right here, position at original location. However, a lot of folks requested the ability to take a snippet and place it anywhere they want. The new behavior chooses to position the placed snippet at your current cursor location. So the left side, the right side of the page, up, down, anywhere you want. If, in a certain instance, you want to override this behavior to the opposite of the setting that you choose here, just press the Alt key on Windows or the Option key on Mac. So for example, I'm going to leave my setting to position at the cursor location, meaning I can position snippets anywhere I want. If, however, in a single instance, I want to snap a snippet back to its original source location, I would just press Alt on Windows or Option on the Mac, and it'll snap back. Now, the last category, we're almost done here, folks, clipboard handling. Just a couple of options that I want to point out. Prefer PDF when pasting. We'll get into this in later lessons, but InDesign offers some unique interactivity with InDesign and Photoshop and Illustrator, essentially allowing you to copy and paste content back and forth between these applications. Depending on how you have your preferences set up in Adobe Illustrator, you may be copying Adobe Illustrator clipboard data and or PDF content to the clipboard. If you'd prefer PDF data whenever pasting, you can enable that here. However, if you'd like to copy and paste editable paths from Illustrator, make sure you choose this option and turn it off so that you get the Illustrator clipboard data instead of that PDF blob. You can also choose to copy PDF to clipboard instead of individual paths and text, so I would leave that on by default.